Oh, we're going. We're going.
Let's keep it in.
Yeah, we're going.
Let's keep it in.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, let's
Rolling.
go. 3, 2, 1, action.
Yeah.
All right. Brother.
Yeah, my brother.
Yeah.
We were just saying about 17 years we've known each other.
17 years. Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. It's pretty crazy.
It
So
is.
almost every interview I've done stems from the hockey world, which makes sense.
I mean, you know.
But when you really think about it, I think I need to find another
person to interview.
Something to be entertained by. I got to find another hobby because everybody I know is just through the hockey world. So
yeah.
For those that don't know you, Matt Gershater, Gersh as we call him.
Gersh, number 37.
Yep. Showed up 17 years ago to play some hockey and goalie man right here. So talk to me about your business. You're running a couple different things here. So we've got IBC, Idaho Base Camp. We've got Matt, Mountain Adventure Tours.
Hold on, ready? I'll
run them out.
I'll take it. Zach, thanks.
Thank you.
I appreciate it.
Absolutely.
I actually came here to play hockey in 1997 for the Sun Valley Suns. And in 1998, I started Matt's Adventure Tours. Myself and 4 kids. The idea was to get outside, to explore this incredible natural world that surrounds us here in the Wood River Valley.
Yeah.
Fast forward 29 years, and we now have Idaho Base Camp. It's a nonprofit organization. And in that nonprofit organization, like it's the umbrella, we have 5 programs. So we have Matt's Adventure Tours, or Mountain Adventure Tours, Matt Camp. We have the Psalm 5th grade program. So that's 16 different schools, 7 different counties of Idaho. Come to a 3-day, 2-night overnight.
Incredible.
Up on the Big Lost River.
Incredible.
We have the Outdoor Hispanic Leaders based out of the middle school. We have the Explorers in partnership with Far and Wise, which you've talked with Sam.
Yes, Sam has sat down.
Yep.
Yep.
And so we have 80 of those students. And then down in Bellevue, we have a kinder school, which is 4, 5, and 6-year-olds. It's kind of a mix between Waldorf and Forest School.
Okay.
And so at that campus, most of our programs actually utilize that campus. And then we have a campus over at Trail Creek. That's called Base Camp.
Yeah.
So that's
the spot.
That's the spot. I mean, this is the spot. We are in this spot.
We're at Croy Creek wetlands.
Yeah,
I mean,
Croy Creek wetlands.
Yeah.
And you know what's cool about this is that your kids have gone through our program.
They have, yeah. My daughter, both my son and daughter have gone through the 5th grade program with Hemingway. Best pasta,
hands down,
this side of the Mississippi.
I mean, pasta and quesadillas, kids rave about it.
They talk about it to this day. she's 15 tomorrow, still talking about it. So, and then our daughter did do the overnight whitewater trip with you guys last year.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, and just had an incredible time.
Yeah, you know, I think that there's something to be said, and actually, in outdoor adventure in general, is that when I'm taken out of my comfort zone and I push through some fear, there's an opportunity to grow.
Oh yeah,
right. And Mother Nature is just a great teacher.
Yeah. Right.
And so when I come back to the comforts of home and to my family, which you have an amazing family, all of a sudden, like kids have grown. They've gone outside of their comfort zone. They see something beautiful that's totally disconnected from devices.
Yeah, which is, I think, huge, right?
Like that's a whole other
thing.
Podcast we can talk about.
Well, and when you started this whole thing, I mean, that really wasn't even
it wasn't a thing.
It wasn't a thing. Yeah.
I mean, MTV was a thing.
Was a thing.
The real life.
It was a thing.
Real
it's not a thing anymore, is it?
No.
So 1 year into being here, you start this thing.
Mm-hmm.
How is it born? How does it start? Like, walk me through kind of just this whole thing of, because what I find fascinating is the amount of entrepreneurial people in this valley that show up for, I came to ski, I came to, play hockey, whatever the story might be.
Mm-hmm.
But they come here, they fall in love with it, which it's easy to do.
Mm-hmm.
But there's not these big industries where you're like, I'm going to go plug into that.
No.
So you have to kind of make your own way.
Yeah.
So how'd that start?
I did. Like I said, it was myself and 4 kids.
Mm-hmm.
And then throughout the summer, like it grew to 10 kids because it was awesome.
Yeah.
and it was a service to the community,
Okay.
right? And so I've always tried to look at like where is there an opportunity to serve the community? Where is there a gap, right? And parents continue to sign up their kids for camp, and it was, you live in Ketchum and you either have 2 homes or 2 jobs,
Yeah.
or 3 homes or 3 jobs,
Sure.
right?
That's a story.
Yeah, I actually have both now, which is amazing. Actually, I only have 1 job and 3 homes.
Yeah, there you go.
No, I don't. But I think it's just a level of like being the entrepreneur and being passionate about something. I was just willing to continue to work at it and put all my time and energy into it. And it wasn't actually until we became a nonprofit organization and we were able to really serve the community in a greater way that I was actually able to make a living being here.
Yeah.
With Idaho Base Camp.
Yeah.
Right. Before it was a hobby. Some people collect cars. Some people collect stamps. I ran a summer camp, Matt's Adventure Tours or Mountain Adventure Tours.
Yes.
And I think it was 2017 when I got my first paycheck, where I was like, amazing.
I did it.
I did it.
Look, Mom, I grew up.
Gosh. Right. And then in the meantime, I was a bartender. I was a builder, in the wintertime.
Yeah. You did the things that.
Yeah. I was a videographer, an editor.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Well, as we were putting this thing together, I think one of the first videos I put out, we were sitting in the locker room.
Yeah.
And you go, you need a better microphone.
Yeah.
I was like, noted, Gersh. Noted. Yes.
Noted. Yeah.
And you did show up with your own
microphone
set today, just in case my setup wasn't worthy.
So, I mean, as far as, talking about housing in the Valley, we kind of, circled back on that.
Well, because running the business, right? So like you said, you've got this time period where you're building up this nonprofit. It finally comes to fruition. You can make this thing a viable deal. And I've talked to a lot of people about it. No, it's not a secret. What's one of the biggest challenges of running a nonprofit?
Yeah, it's having employees. And not just employees, but like a place for employees to live.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
yeah, they got to be a part of the community. Yeah.
Yeah. And I would say it really, like that tipping point was 2020.
Yeah.
I mean, we saw it in the real estate world where like everything went up 80%.
The market easily doubled.
Easily doubled.
Easily doubled.
Right. And thankfully like our board of directors had that foresight, and we were able to pivot, and our donors stepped in, and we bought, we raised $1 million and we bought a house in Haley, and that's our staff house. And now we have a staff house, so we can bring employees in, we can give them a place to land.
Mm-hmm.
And it's, it's not a long-term living situation.
Right.
I'm sure you've probably lived in, a house with 5 or 6 people before.
Yeah.
College.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
So we have a 6-bedroom house with a separate apartment also. So there's 7 bedrooms in it. And that allows us to bring people here. And, over the years, people come, they work, they make connections. And then, I would say 40% of the people that we hire, like in the summer camp, because this year we hired 46 people.
Did you really?
Yeah. So I would say, call it 10 out of those people will end up sticking around, right? Like they end up working for Sun Valley in the wintertime, or they'll work one of our winter programs, or they'll be like, we love it here. And, they'll get a job bartending or something. And so they end up, becoming part of the community.
Yeah.
Right. And I think that's what that's what makes this community so great, is that people that love the outdoors, that love working, with the youth, and that love being a part of a community, are willing to stick around and make this part of their life,
Well, I think it's a place that a lot of people come to with a idea of it will be a short season.
Yeah.
It will be the 6 months here or the 3 months here, and then it just if it gets in your blood, it gets in your blood.
I know, yeah.
And then you wind up 30 years later going, look at what we've done here.
Not so bad. It's not so bad.
If you can make it work, it's a great place to be. So housing continues to be one of the biggest challenges for I think you know, you and I said it before the camera started rolling, but nonprofits, obviously, but for-profit businesses. It is
Totally.
one of the
Yep.
biggest challenges there is, and I think it's highlighted how much with the traffic that we're dealing with coming into Ketchum, it kind of puts a spotlight on just how much
influx
comes up the valley. It breathes in and it breathes out. It's really wild. And so my wife had dropped our daughter off at high school 2 weeks ago, and she got stuck in, you know, by one of the guys with the stop signs, and he like knocked on the window, and she's like, yeah, what's going on? He goes, can you tell me something? And she's like, sure. He goes, why are all these people coming to Ketchum? And she goes, well, it's people work here. Like this is where a lot of the business comes. But it's just so interesting to see the South Valley traffic, the Magic Valley traffic, the fair, like it all, there's so much that gets pulled up through our valley. And then, like you said, it's like a rising tide, right? It comes really in, it rolls out. But you guys have been, again, like an entrepreneur, very creative to solve that problem for yourselves.
One of the ways, so in our summer camp, we meet in Ketchum Monday through Thursday. But because of this traffic issue, we, at our South Valley campus, Roots, we started the RAD camp. Roots Adventure Days.
You like acronyms.
I do. I do. IBC, MAT,
RAD.
So we have a place-based location or program down in Bellevue, which is amazing. And then we also started a shuttle, so parents don't have to
go up and down.
Like, you know, you put your kid on the bus, they'll go up, go to camp, and then we'll bring them back.
Well, you touched on it earlier, like you've seen challenges or problems and tried to solve them.
Totally. I mean, rewinding. You know, I wasn't planning on starting an after-school program. We weren't, but
massive need.
There was Blaine County School District stopped funding for after-school transportation to activities, and so a couple of principals called and said, Matt, you have staff, you have a location, you have vans, can you start an after-school program? Great. Like, here's a need. Right.
Solution we can deliver.
Problem, solution. Let's,
Matt's here to do that.
I am here. We are here. We're here. We're here.
All right.
Hey, big dog.
We got dogs coming through.
So
talk to me. Let's go back to IBC, the 5th grade program. An incredible thing. So you say there are 16 schools?
16 schools.
16 schools that take part in this. So for those that don't know, this is a program where these 5th graders come in. They spend 2 nights, 3 days over Trail Creek in Mackey. Walk me through, how did that thing start? How has that thing grown? Does that thing expand further than what it is?
Yes. Great question. I went to a program like that in 6th grade. And it was foundational in my schooling. I just remember that so much. I was pushed outside of my comfort zone. I grew up in a camping family, and this still like pushed me out of my comfort zone. It built me up and then sent me off with like my bags packed, right? And so that was always something I wanted to do. And I realized that for IBC, Idaho Base Camp, reach the most amount of people, it was through all socioeconomic classes, was to go through the school systems, right? And 5th grade in our valley, and a lot of places these days, is the end of the end of elementary school and the beginning of middle school. So it's a transition point, right? And so to meet kids at that point and to give them the opportunity to be pushed out of their comfort zone, to challenge them physically and intellectually, was just a great, that was a great time to do it. And so these kids show up. There's a bunch of icebreakers, team building activities, and then we go into some survival skills, dive into solo time, so it's all about like building relationship with you, building relationship with the outdoors. And really at the end of the day, it's like building the relationship in here.
Yeah.
Because this is the real base camp. This is the real base camp. Because at the end of the day, I'm by myself. Like it comes back to right here.
Yes.
Right. And so we call that the inner base camp.
Yeah.
The other IBC.
Now this is what you talk about with these kids while you're up there.
This is what we talk about with the other kids.
Yeah.
And that inner base camp is all about that internal compass to navigate life.
Yeah.
Right. And what are the values that you can hold in front of you and say, am I being personally responsible?
Yeah.
Right. Intended or unintended.
Does that idea, because that seems like a core principle to you, to the company.
Yeah.
Does that get spread across, like when my daughter showed up last year for the river trip?
Yeah.
Is that a conversation that's happening at that level too?
It is. Yeah. I mean, at all of our programs, we talk about the inner base camp and we talk about that internal compass. We talk about the core values.
Yeah.
Right. Which are, for us, is personal responsibility, courage, respect, and when you do those together, it creates connection.
Yeah.
Right. And we lay those out on the compass. We talk about them. We debrief about them. A lot of our activities relate back to like, where did you have to have courage this weekend?
Yeah.
Like, where did you have to be personally responsible for your stuff? Oh, your backpack.
Yeah.
Whose stuff is on the ground right there? Oh, it's yours. You better pick it up, right?
Yeah.
And so at the end of the day, like we're using the outdoors as a conduit to make better people.
Yeah.
Right. And what an incredible asset that we have that surrounds us.
It's incredible.
It
really is.
And the the scalability of this is we're at maximum capacity over on the Big Lost. So we're building. Conrad Brothers is helping us build a new lodge.
Okay.
We have about $2 million remaining in our capital campaign out of 8. So we have about 6 raised. And that will allow us to double our capacity of kids. So instead of 1,200 kids, we'll be able to have almost 2,500 kids a year.
Okay.
And then taking that philosophy and to be able to replicate it in like satellite campuses, right? So, over in, we've had people in McCall, like McCall Science School, said, "Hey, what are you guys doing? Would we want to partner?"
Yeah.
Right? And then up in Northern Idaho, so. And actually, I was just down in LA. Dana Point and the Ocean Institute. The Somm Family Foundation is also a supporter down there. And the Ocean Institute, and they're also one of our big donors, the Somm 5th grade program.
Okay.
And so now down in Dana Point, they're running a 3-day, 2-night 5th grade program modeled after IBC.
How does that feel?
Unbelievable. 27 schools down there go through it.
Is that pretty wild?
So like what's happening here in our little valley, right?
Yeah.
Is reaching out. And our mountain adventure tours, I would say like 65% of our families are from out of town, are from LA, San Francisco,
especially
Seattle,
for the summer program.
Vegas. Yeah, the summer program. The summer program.
Yeah.
So, like those tentacles go out all over, and it's not only good for the valley, right? And it's reaching all socioeconomic classes. So you go to Nob Hill, and the owners of Nob Hill, their kids go to the program. The people washing dishes, their kids go to the program. The people parking cars maybe used to be in our program, so it's kind of the behind the scenes program.
Yeah.
Like we're not on Main Street, like Higher Ground. Love Higher Ground. Done a lot of work with Higher Ground, community library. But like there's this, support in the back that I just so grateful that we get to be a part of our community in that way.
Well, from an operator standpoint, that's got to be pretty cool to think like the thing you started 29 years ago has now kind of morphed into this thing outside this valley, which leads to one of my questions is what do you think what you've created? How does that impact the people that come here to visit? And then how's it impacting like making it a place that you never want to leave?
Well, I think the most important for me, the thing I love about Sun Valley the most is coming back to it.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to leave to come back.
There is something very nice about getting out of town.
There's a bubble. You got to break it every once in a while so you can really appreciate it.
There is something about,
Yeah.
I've always thought this when you leave, if you drive, right? If you fly, it's a different story. But when you drive out of town, there's something magical about coming over Timmerman. The valley opens up. And you just, like, there's always been this thing that you just, kind of weight kind of comes off a little bit.
Yeah.
You drop in the valley and you're like,
oh yeah,
I think things are going to slow down a little bit.
They are.
Yeah.
I mean, being in all those cities, things are faster pace.
Yes.
There's just a lot more energy around it.
Yeah.
There's
always somewhere to go.
There's always somewhere to go, something to do, and maybe somebody that wants to take whatever you have.
Yeah. Yeah.
I just feel more safe here in many ways. I mean, I think I kind of answered that before as far as, what our valley gets from this is now we have families that have come to camp, mountain adventure tours from LA and San Francisco and other places, have fallen in love and have then since bought a house here. And then they send their kid loves it so much, they don't want to live in LA anymore. And so they go to the community school, boarding school, right? And maybe the parents don't want to be so far away from the kids and they have a home here, and then they end up moving here full time. And then they join other boards and are starting to give back in that way, not only philanthropically, but with their time and their wisdom. And for the kids where their parents are working 6 to 7 days a week and they don't have the opportunity to learn about going to the river, about going camping, is like now those kids through a lot of our programs are becoming stewards of the land. Like I was down by the Big Wood last summer with my family, and a group of kids rode up on bikes that IBC had purchased. And I'm like, where are their parents? They're working, Matt. Like, summertime. Okay. I watch the kids, like, hey, Mateo. They call me Mateo. Hey, Mateo. Yeah. And so they go swimming in an area like we went with camp. And then an hour later, they packed up and rode away. And I was like, okay. Like, they're not at home on their screens.
That's big.
They're not, TikToking and
Instagramming
and dropping grams. Like, like that's.
That is a big fight in our house right now. Like, I got a kid who's really.
It's a real thing.
I mean, taking that axe and just chopping the Instagram tree every day, just give it a good whack.
Well, there's a sense of being a part of and being seen.
Yeah.
That is a real part of our life.
Yeah.
And it can come instantaneously.
Yeah. Well, I mean, look at what we're doing right here, right?
I know. Like it. Like,
yeah. Like this a lot. Subscribe. Yeah. Well, Matt, I think it's incredible what you've done. I knew a part of this story. I didn't know the whole story. So you said you guys are raising funds right now.
Yeah.
You want to touch on that just a little bit further?
Yeah. I mean, actually, this summer we have a handful of cultivation parties.
Okay.
You're invited.
Thank you.
And if you want to be a part of this in any way, we need support, like to be able to run free programs, to be able to build this facility that's going to serve thousands of people. Think of like the YMCA for Southern Idaho outdoor adventure education.
Okay.
Right. Like that's what we're building.
Okay.
July 26th, we're having the base camp barbecue. Anybody can come up and see what we're doing along the Big Lost.
Okay.
August 5th, we're having our first ever gala fundraiser. It's called Under the Stars, of course.
Yes.
You camp underneath the stars.
Yes. Yeah.
That's going to be right in downtown Ketchum.
Excellent.
These are ways to get involved. And we have volunteer opportunities. So, or if you have kids and you're like, oh my gosh, my kids should go to that camp. Like, yeah.
I highly suggest if you have a kid that they should send them to your camp.
If you can't,
if I was a kid,
if you can't get in because it's full most of the time,
adult programming.
Call him.
Do we have adult programming? Has there ever been thought about?
Give me a call. I will take you on a tour. You can get the original Matt's Adventure Tour.
4 kids with Matt. We'll be adults, but where do we find you online?
IdahoBaseCamp.org.
Okay.
IdahoBaseCamp.org.
Okay.
That's it. Matt Gershater. Zach, I just want to say thank you for taking the time, and you've been doing this for a while, interviewing, and it's really like shining light on different aspects of our community
Mm-hmm.
that people wouldn't otherwise see, and I just really think it's a special thing that you're bringing that service.
We've got such a cool place.
You know?
We've got such a cool place that we live. We've got incredible people that make it happen, and I think those stories are just fun to share. So,
Yeah.
Thanks for doing what you do and sitting down and talking about it.
I know.
Yeah. Thanks, brother.
Cut.